Evening, gang. Here we are, Tuesday Night Live once again. Oh, I haven't put my light on, have I? 1 minute. Put my little light on. There we are. Try and get everything working. Mirror ball rotate. Yeah, something doesn't work. There's something quick to tell you, people on here. Anyway, we'll just wait for about just under a minute now for the radio people to join us, and then we get going. All right. Hope you've had a nice week. It's been very nice here today, actually. Sun's out. I've not bought any electricity, so I'm happy. Talking of electricity, that's in the show. Okay, my darling. So we'll just get ready, and we'll be with you. I don't know if Vera's along tonight, actually. I can't remember if Vera's coming. Perhaps I can time this a little bit better. I've now got the TikTok and the YouTube to start at the same time. It's just the radio thing I've got to work on next one. Here we go. Evening, gang, and welcome to Tuesday Night Live here at Reach On Air.
Chris Reardon, Tuesday night, Reach On Air.
All right, how are we all today then? It's been a lovely day here in Royal Berkshire. I'm in Bracknell in Berkshire. That's where the show's coming to you from tonight, gang. It's been really, really nice. I did my little radio show in the morning. Then I walked up to the swimming pool in a T-shirt. I have you not. A T-shirt. Lovely. Had my swim, came back down here, had some dinner. But unfortunately, I've kind of damaged the back of my throat somehow. I have this asthma thing. I think it's got a bit of steroid in it. It's like a dual thing. A bit of steroid and a bit of the blue thing in this 2-in-1 Spiro. I can't remember what it's called now. Spiro something or other. And ever since I started using that, the inside of my mouth is easily damaged. So, for example, perhaps a crisp. If you get a crisp stuck in the roof or it hits the roof of your mouth, the sharp bit, it comes up in like a blood blister. Which doesn't hang around too long. It's not too bad. It's just a bit of a pain, and it feels like you've got a bit of food or something like that stuck to the roof of your mouth, you know. Sometimes it goes back a bit further. Actually, it's gone right back this time to sort of there, like the back of my throat, and I can feel it going down a bit, the problem. And it won't be there for a long time, you know, maybe a couple of days, but it's really annoying, and I can feel it now. Oh, it's horrible. Does anyone else get that with an asthma thing at all? It's the steroid one, I think, that does it. I remember having a brown one years ago. I had a brown puffer and a blue one. I never used to bother with the brown one, to be honest. But when I did, and the reason I didn't bother with it is because, number one, it had a taste to it, which I really didn't like. And number two, I noted that whenever I used that for a period of time, my mouth would get easily damaged. Anyway, I stopped using it, and it was fine for years. And then the doctor, in his wisdom, decided to put me on this dual one because I wasn't doing the brown one. And that started giving me... It must make the inside of your mouth weak or something like that. Anyway, it's right kind of down the back of my throat today, and it's horrible. If I opened my mouth, which I'm not going to do, if I open my mouth, you would see a big red mark kind of where it's been damaged inside, but never mind. Anyway, welcome to the show. You'll be able to call in a little bit later on if you want to. Don't always get many calls. In fact, we don't usually get many calls. You know, it's just how it is. People don't want to call in. That's fair enough. But we will open the phone lines a little bit later on if you want to talk to us about any of our various different subjects, boys and girls. I'll bring up in a moment or two. Lots of ways to contact the show. Best way, of course, as always, is using the Reach On... I'll just push myself up a bit. There we go. Use the Reach On Air message system. That works fantastically. If you're on reachonair.com, perhaps listening on a smart speaker or something like that, or on a computer rather, use the Reach On Air message system. If you can't type on a keyboard, there is a phone number. Okay, there is a texting number, which is different from the phone-in number. I'm going to give you the texting number in a moment, so grab a pen, my darlings, okay? You can use the YouTube chat box, although sometimes I miss messages in there because there's a lot of other conversations going in there. All right, so I might miss your message there. TikTok as well, that's a good way of sending a message. Generally, people just message me on there, so I'll be able to see you on there. And finally, the text number. Are you ready for the text number? Here it comes.
You can send Chris a text message right now on 07451 287 337. 07451 287 337.
Okay, and that's another good way of getting in touch. So if you find you haven't had your messages read out by one of the other methods, the text message is really good because that just flashes up straight in front of me. Actually, 3 people already have texted in. Matt's there. Good evening, Matt. How lovely to see you, Matt. Matt is a very good friend of mine. He DJ'd at the same place as me for years, Belushi's, which was in London Bridge. And I met up with him last night. I haven't seen him for 4 years. So it was nice to catch up with him. It was before the pandemic is the last time I saw him. Not only that, but as a lovely surprise, while I was sitting there in the restaurant, there's a nice little place called... do you know, it's gone right out of my head now. I had that on the tip of my tongue earlier. It was a place in Croydon, little... Oh, God, what was it, Matt? Hang on, I'll have to bring up my Waze in front of me. Then I'll be able to remember. But it's a recommended place. It's quite quirky in there. Let's have a look. Selsdon Road. It was in Selsdon Road in South Croydon. Can you tell me what it was called again, Matt? Oh, hang on a minute. I think you sent me a Facebook with it on yesterday, didn't you? Before we actually went, because I couldn't remember how to get there. Hang on a minute. Let me check that out. And I'll find it. There's Matt. Scrolling down. One moment, please. There is the little... That's it. Little Bay Croydon. Little Bay Croydon. And they got a fairly sort of normal meal there. I had a halloumi burger and chips. And Matt had a steak. And the thing is, I got there, and I was a little bit earlier than Matt, as usual. Thank you, Matt. Little Bay, that was the place in Croydon. Highly recommended. Very quirky in there. It's got little boxes that sort of groups of people can sit in, and then you go upstairs to some of it. It's almost like a little cinema. No, not a little theatre. It's just like a little theatre in there. Wonderful little place, honestly. So I got there early, and Matt wasn't there. So... I said to the lady, I said, hello, I'm waiting for my friend Matt. Is he here yet? Oh, I don't know. What's the table booked under? I said, well, I don't know. So I said, it's Matt something. So she's got the book out. Oh, you don't seem to have made a reservation. I said, oh, hang on a minute. I'll ring him. So I rang Matt. I said, all right, Matt. He said, oh, we're on our way. We're there soon. Okay. And I thought, who's he mean by we? As far as I was concerned, he was the only one turning up. Anyway, I said, you haven't made a reservation, have you? No, I thought we'd just turn up. Oh, I said, well, I don't think so because it's full up. He said, you're effing joking, aren't you? I said, no. I said, it's full up. The lady, I asked her if she could fit it. Oh, my God, what are we going to do now? I said, not really. So I went and sat down at a table. I said, table for 2, please. So she sat us down at this table for 2. And I'm sitting there. And then Matt walks in and I thought, who's that behind him? And it's only this lad. I haven't seen him for 16 years. I used to DJ at Heaven nightclub in London. Not on the main floor, in like the pop room. Okay. And this boy used to, and he was a boy, he was 18. Carl, his name was. And he was quite camp and a little bit loud, like they usually are at that sort of age. And there he was. He brought him into the restaurant, and I was so pleased to see him. I was so pleased to see Matt as well. But I mean, I do tend to see Matt every year, well, at least once a year usually, except it hasn't happened since the pandemic. And Carl walked in, and I haven't seen him for 16 years, and he's now 35 years old. And instead of being that really loud lad in the pub, he's now a very highly paid hairdresser. He doesn't work in a salon. He does mobile hairdressing. And he only does no more than 2 jobs each day. That's the maximum he does. He's very well paid for it. He's been flown over the world to cut people's hair. In fact, he spent 4 months in Barbados cutting people's hair. Yeah, I mean, if you're good at a job, absolutely. He also does quite a lot of celebrities, not celebrities that I would know necessarily. A lot of the people on reality shows and that sort of thing he does. I don't think he does people like sort of Tina Turner or, I don't know, Barry Manilow or Rod Stewart. Mind you, is that a wig? I got a feeling it's a wig. Has Rod Stewart got a wig? Is that a wig? Not sure. But yeah, he flies all over the world, cutting people's hair. It's not a bad job, is it? So it was so nice to see him after all this time. And I always take great joy in meeting up with someone who was a much younger person than me years later who has done very well. In actual fact, it's got to be said... And Ross, I know this is the same for Ross Patzelt. I don't know if he's with us tonight, but Ross Patzelt, I think the same thing has happened to him over the years, where him and me do like little internet radio shows like this, or little YouTube things like I do, or DJ in a pub and 20, 25, and we meet young people on the way. So while we're doing it, we meet these young people and they want to be a DJ, or they want to be on the radio, or they want to do video stuff. And then they disappear for years and then they come back 20 years later and they're on the BBC or on the telly or DJing at a massive club somewhere in Italy. And there I am, still DJing in the pub, still sitting in the spare room at home doing radio. And it's the same for Ross. People seem to pass us by, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know, there's a few people now who, and it happened actually Saturday. The barman said to me, "Do you know there was a man in here last week who asked about you?" I said, "Oh right, okay." I thought, "Oh, my luck's in there." Perish the thought. My luck's in there, I thought to myself. I said, "No, well, what did he say?" He said he asked if you were still working here, and I said yes. And he said, "Well, I'm a sort of big time club DJ now, and I am a DJ because Chris inspired me." Isn't that nice? It's a lovely feeling when someone tells you that. And they've done, most people, as I say, pass me by and then start doing really great things. Now I am still stuck in a pub or in my room. But there you go, you know, that's the way it goes, isn't it? You know. Anyway, so it was really nice to see you, Matt and Carl, yesterday. And, of course, being as we are good friends of yours, there was no problem with the bill, was there? Because the trouble is with Matt, he's got a bit of a kind heart. And every Christmas, he does this dinner, like a Christmas meet-up of old friends and people that he's known over the years. And you usually get anywhere between sort of 10 and 15 people turn up. And then at the end of the night, the bill comes, right? 200 odd quid, whatever it is. It's usually like a Pizza Hut or somewhere like that, right? And the bill comes and they all split it up. They split it, you know, 20 ways, 15 ways. The thing is, I always think that's that's really unfair, because someone always takes the mick, you know, knowing full well that that bill is going to be split up at the end of the night. Someone will sit there ordering bottles of wine and bottles of beer, and then there'd be, you know, I don't know, Mark sitting at the end there with one Coca-Cola, and it's all paying the same price. And there's always someone that takes the mick at those sort of things, so I don't go along with it at all. Of course, last night, there was no one taking the mick. There was three of us, and I think we ended up paying about 30 quid each, which I had a really nice, as I say, a really nice halloumi burger with chips and a little bit of a salad on the side there. Plus, I had, what was the other thing I had? Oh, vanilla cheesecake with cheese and a bit of ice cream on the side. That's what I had. They had mushroom things to start with and a main meal. And I think they had a drink or two each, but that's okay. It wasn't excessive, you know, so you don't mind. But when you've got a lot of people there in a group, and perhaps that's happened to you, has it? Do let me know. By one of our many message systems. You've been out with a big group of people and the bill gets split and you've just had a Coke and you're thinking, no, this ain't fair. Why am I paying for that bloke to sit there or that lady to sit there? She's had 3 bottles of wine. I've had a glass of Coke and a meal, you know, and it's just not fair. So what I'd do next time if I were you, Matt, is split up the bill completely. Charge each person separately. I'm sure you'll find that they drink less at that point. All right. Has that happened to you? Let us know. Use one of our many methods of communication. Either send us a message on TikTok, use the Reach on Air message system. You can text in, text number coming in a moment, or send us a message on YouTube. Okay?
You can send Chris a text message right now on 07451 287 337. 07451 287 337.
Thank you, Danny, for making that for me some time ago. Got to say hello to a few of you now. Hello to Jordan J. Evening, Michael. All right. He does his own show here at Reach on Air. When are you on again, sir? Do let us know. Hello to Mr. Mark Bowles. Good evening, Mark. Delightful character. Where's Grey Track? He's very, very tasty indeed. Evening to Mark. Evening to Gary Ross. Hello to John Paris as well. Evening to Mr. Dan Woodhouse, who's welcoming everyone. Good evening, Dan. DJ Sparky is there. Good evening to DJ Sparky. And there's Craig. Hello, Craig Hart. How are you? Nice to see your little face popping up there on TikTok as well. And did we get another text come there? I'm sure there was another text just dropped in. 1 second. Why can't I get that? Is that coming up? No, it's disappeared now. Never mind. Sorry, that's disappeared for a moment. There we are. So that's one there. And over on YouTube, Facebook, let's start at the very beginning. Tommy Hanlon. Good evening, Tommy. Hi to you, Tommy. Ah, there we are. Jordan J is on at 5 a.m. tomorrow. He likes the early slot there. He does the 5 a.m. slot here at Reach on Air. So give him a listen tomorrow morning, okay? Or, of course, with all our shows, you can catch up on the replay function. Just go to reachonair.com. Along top, just hover over schedule, and then another little box will drop down what says replay. Hit replay, and then you can see all the shows. It usually shows you the shows from yesterday, and you can move backwards or indeed on the same day that you're looking up there. Okay. Evening to Rosemary Dixon. Long time no see, Rosemary. How are you today, my love? All right. Evening to Rosemary. Tommy Hanlon's there. Evening to Tommy. I'm just going up quick. There's Dino. Good evening to Dino, who said you were a mile from me yesterday. Were you there, Dino? Have you been there? What a lovely little place, isn't it? Little Bay in Croydon. Well, Selsdon Road, and it's Selsdon Road in Croydon. I thought I was quite close to you at the time. But wonderful, very quirky in there. Evening to Peter Rimington, McDavenport there. Rob Kershaw is watching us from the shower today. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear. I'm not sure that I want naked people watching the show today. Huh? Can you put a towel on round your waist? It'd be like at Chariot Sauna. Have you ever been there, Rob? It's closed. They closed them all down. Evening to Ben, watching the show this evening. Good evening to you, Ben. Weird City says swallow some Bonjela. No, it's not. It's not easily to get to. It's right. If I put my finger in my mouth, right, I can just about touch the problem in my mouth. It's not pleasant at all. It's actually bringing up a little bit of I don't know, possibly lubrication from my throat. Is coming up, and I keep having to mute my mic like this and have a little bit of a sniff to get it there. So, yeah, I see what you mean there. Fran Green there. Evening to Fran Green. Darren Askew. Every Tuesday you're there, aren't you, Darren? You're there every week. Bang on 9 o'clock for our Tuesday night show. Thank you very much. Scrolling up on... I'm just going fairly quickly. As I say, if you want to get a message to me, rather than the YouTube chat box, use one of the F methods, because there's so many people talking to each other, it's difficult to pick them out. And I have to scroll up fairly quickly, otherwise it all goes silent, doesn't it? Thank you, Mark, for that wonderful suggestion. Yes, I'm liking that suggestion very, very much. Thank you, Mark. If only you were here to assist me in that little thing there. Thank you very much. And we must say, good evening, just texting in, Head of Pain and Suffering. It's the delightful Mandy Davenport here this evening. Good evening, Mandy. Sorry if you're naughty boys and girls, Mandy will be there to dish out punishment, okay? That text number once again, 07451 287 337. All righty. Roy's there this evening. He's in Bath tonight evening. And good evening to DJ Crisscross. DJ Crisscross, our very, very good friend DJ Crisscross, who is hosting the karaoke for you on Saturday night this week. Okay? Because me and Vera from Vera's Choice in the Morning, she's not here tonight, is she? Vera's not here. I have a feeling that Vera is working tonight. I'm not sure if she's working tonight. She might be working tonight, actually, Vera. Not sure. So I thought she was going to be here tonight. Posh Twink Carl, who's been joining us for the last few weeks, is not here tonight. And the reason is he's on a date, apparently. He's on a date. Okay? It says here, date is going well. I think something might happen tonight. So I'm not quite sure what he means about that. But I do like to get all the information from everyone. Have you got any information for me, Mark? Anywhere that you've been late at night visiting people at all? Do let us know. Privately, of course. 07451287337. Roy Brownlow, is listening in the bath. Don't drawl. Don't worry, I won't. There's no way I'd ever drawl over you. I'm sorry, Roy. You're just not my cup of tea. Doesn't mean you're ugly. Doesn't mean you're old. Doesn't mean you're fat, bald, or nasty in any way, shape, or form. You're just not my cup of tea. You know, Mark Bowles is. You're not. Sorry. And, don't order a grey tracksuit and put that on thinking that'll make a difference, because it doesn't. I mean, the amount of old fellas, it's sad, really, isn't it? The amount of old fellas, they go out and buy a pair of Speedos and think they're going to look like, what's his name? I forgot his name now. Who's the pretty boy who does the swimming? What's his name? Oh, God, his name's right on the tip of my tongue. Can't remember what it is now. UK, no, he's a diver, isn't he? UK diver. UK pretty boy diver. Let's type that in. It's got to bring him up in it. No, it hasn't. Tom Daly. Tom Daly. Of course it's Tom Daly. They do. That's what they do, these old fellas. My age, they look a bit like me, then they go and put Speedos on. Oh, I look like Tom Daly now. No, you bleeding don't, mate. I wonder what Mark would look like in a pair of Speedos, actually. He says this morning, I'm very scruffy tonight. No shirt or jacket. What, me? Because this is a radio show, darling. This is a radio show. We don't have to dress up for a radio show. The video is there just as a bolt on, you see. There you go. All right. Thank you, Fran. Tom Daly. Good evening to Tony Osborne this evening. Jason Hughes joining us as well there. So good evening to all of you, each and every one of you. Anyone on the Facebook then? And then we'll give you something to chat about tonight. Let me scroll down quickly. Gary Ross says Chris wants to be roughed up. Yeah, only by Mark Bowles. Not any of you lot on here. There's actually no one there that I don't think could do that job, to be honest. I mean, you might try, but unless you look and act and speak like Mark Bowles and wear grey tracksuits, please don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. Thank you, Mick. Tom Daly. Jason saying Tom Daly as well there. That's all right, Mandy. Don't worry, darling. I'm just giving them the sound effects. You see, you've got to be very careful when you play that pain and suffering sound effect. Oh dear. Because it's like Mandy wakes up. She's like a coiled spring, Mandy. She's waiting to jump into action, okay? So I must be very careful when I hit that little jingle there. All right. Good evening to LaBelle as well. She's in New York. Evening to you, LaBelle. Actually, talking to DJ Chris, as well as doing the karaoke on this Saturday, because I'm out. I'm on a date this Saturday, not quite a date, with Vera from Vera's Choice in the Morning. We're going to see Imagination, the band, in Shepherd's Bush. Now, I must admit, I haven't looked at the parking yet. I kind of know Hammersmith and Shepherd's Bush a bit, so I'm thinking I'll just go round down one of the side roads and park down there. I mean, it's a Saturday night. It's going to be about 6 or 7 o'clock, so we're not looking at parking restrictions on single yellers there, or even residents' parking bays. But Hammersmith is particularly bad for cameras. I mean, they are everywhere. You drive through Hammersmith, they've got little yellow boxes that you don't expect are going to be somewhere on the road. And the only reason for these, of course, as drivers know, is to raise revenue. They don't do anything. Anyway, so Chris is doing it Saturday, and he's also doing 4 dates in in June, because I've got another little holiday coming up. This I'm very, very excited about. I'm a whole week away. I am a whole week. Can you believe that? But unfortunately, the way the holiday is running, it's Friday, Saturday. So I lose 4 lots of money. God's sake, man. So I think, Chris, what you're going to have to do is reimburse me some of the wages that you will get as a sort of, agent's fee. I mean, I'm not a greedy person. 75% I think is perfectly acceptable, isn't it? So if you give me 75%, yeah, okay? All right? Thank you. Mark Bowles says, I'll wear anything you want. No, you're quite fine being scruffy in your grey trackie. Don't start wearing French maids outfits or anything like that. I mean, it's just not for me. I think Jordan does that sort of thing, don't you, Jordan? You wear ladies' clothes. He does drag, Jordan. Top drag queen, Jordan. Our very own Jordan here on Reach On Air. Okay, all righty. Now, have you ever been electrocuted? Good. DIY, good DIY, bad DIY, good DIY. Yesterday, right? Yesterday. So I have a kitchen. I don't know if it's an MFI kitchen or not. Anyway, my kitchen is about 30 years old. The lad who was living with me ordered all the stuff and put it all in for me, and it's fine. Okay. But now and again, after all that time, I think it's an MFI one or a Sainsbury's one or a Wickes one of those places. Okay, so the drawers are a little bit flimsy. Not like my John Lewis tall boy next door, which is solid wooden drawers. The bottoms are solid. You can push down stuff like underpants, socks, things like that. You could put, Mark Bowles' grey tracksuit. You could put several of those, preferably unwashed if you want to send me that. Push them down in the drawer, and the bottom of the drawer will not sag. And let's be honest, boys and girls, we don't like it when it goes saggy, do we? We don't. I mean, it's just annoying, and you push it and you've got to take some stuff out because the drawer won't close because it's sagged down that far that now the clothes in the drawer underneath it are stopping the drawer from closing. Am I right? You know I am. Is that the same for you? Well, I know you got sheet furniture then. Anyway, so next door I got these John Lewis furniture, which I bought years ago. And I tell you what, when you spend money on stuff, and there's no screws holding it all together. It's all proper joints. I don't know what they're called, but they kind of cut little square bits out of it, and then they put them together and glue them. There's no screws or nails in my cupboards, right? In the bathroom. In the bedroom. And I spent a bit of money on this. I'll never buy those again. Never buy those again. I remember having MFI wardrobes at my flat in Wandsworth when I first moved there, when I was living there. They did the job occasionally, you wouldn't be able to open the door because the thing had started leaning to one side, but it was all screws and stuff like that. And often with like a wardrobe or something like that, when you put it together in the square thing, and the one thing holding it all together is this thin piece of MDF in the back. And it's not until you put that in that it stands up straight. But I wasn't very good at putting stuff together anyway, so it was useless. When it came to moving, I didn't want to take the stuff with me. And I literally took the clothes out, put them all in boxes, and then with that, I put it on its side, kicked out the back, and the whole thing just collapsed. So it was quite easy to get rid of. You'd never get rid of the John Lewis stuff like that. So that's what I've got in my bedroom. In my kitchen, I've got, as I say, I think it's a Wickes MFI, one of those kitchens. And what started happening now that the drawers are now starting to fail. Not the drawers that I have on my bottom, keeping me nice and warm. The drawers in the kitchen. And what tends to happen is that you open one, and then suddenly the front of it just comes off. And you've got this piece of wood with a handle on in your hand, and the rest of the drawer is still in the hole. So that happened yesterday. But I've had to fix this before, and it's actually quite easy with a bit of wood glue. Bit of wood glue. You kind of line it all up, put it all down on each other, a bit of tape to make it nice and tight, holding it together right across the table. Leave it for 24 hours, and it's probably stronger than it was when you first put it in, to be honest. So that worked all right for me. This afternoon, I ordered some new lights. I've got these LED round, sort of flattish lights. They're not flat into the ceiling, okay? They're not actually flat into the ceiling. They protrude a little bit, okay? But they're much better than hanging down lights with lampshades, which now and again I have to bring the ladder upstairs to go out into the lot. I'm always banging these blooming lampshades, which doesn't matter actually because they're just plastic and they just move. But they're just old. So I thought I'd order myself some LED round flat lights from Amazon. I've already put 3 of these up. Similar ones to this. This one is a round one. I put 2 square ones up in the kitchen, no problem. And I put a multicoloured one up in the living room. I say multicoloured, it can be white or another colour. And it's actually quite nice to put it on sort of a very dim pink or a very dim orange when you're sitting there watching the telly. And if I want to do something in the living room, I say, and it all works with Amazon, all works with her. You just tell her, Amazon, living room light, 100%. And up it comes, 100%, depending on what colour you left it on last time. So if it works off Amazon, you have to leave the switch on. And I'm forever going in there, and I'll come out, without thinking about it, I come out of the living room and switch it off at the button. And then when you go back in, you say, Amazon, turn the light on. And it says, oh, your light is not working. Oh, I've turned the blooming switch off again. So it works really well. But that's the only one that I work with Amazon. The ones in the kitchen are all on switches, and they're just white ones, right? So I was very pleased with these. And I managed to put them up with not too much of a problem, to be honest. I've got these little connector things for the wires, okay? Rather than the screws, you know, where you put the wires in one side or the wires in the other side, and then you do a screw up. These are little things, and you put the wires, they're like a toothpaste cap. Like the cap of a toothpaste, but longer and narrower. And they've got a little spring inside them. Okay, so what you do is you push your wires in, just the metal bits, like the copper bit, and you hold them and you twist it. You twist it until it's tight, and all the wires are joined together. How clever's that? I bought them from Amazon a couple of years ago, and I've not really used these things. I don't know what they're called, but very, very good indeed. Push your wires in and twist them. So the ones downstairs, I did that perfectly all right. Turn the electric back on, that was fine. Everything worked. Whenever I turn the electric off to do something like that, I must admit, when I turn it on again, I stand back in case in case it goes bang. But it hasn't done yet. Thank God for that. Right? So today I had a bit of spare time this afternoon. I've got 3 of these LED lights to put up. So I thought, I'll do one of these today. I'll do one tomorrow and I'll do one the day after. So I come up the stairs. These are for the upstairs area. My hallway upstairs is 2 up here. So, okay, I went straight to the fuse box first. And I turned the light on upstairs, so it was on, okay? And I went down to the fuse box downstairs, turned off upper lighting. Come back upstairs, the light's off. Fab. Okay, now I can work on this. So I carefully undid that. And the wires, actually, there wasn't much sticking out the ceiling. So it was a bit awkward, but we managed there, with a bit of twisting and all that. Twisted these little things on, then I connected the light to it. Before I stuck it back up on the ceiling, I come back down, turn the thing on, come upstairs, switched the light on, and on it came. Happy days. Happy days. So I turned the light off at the switch, and then it was just a case of pushing this thing in the round thing, the round plastic thing I stuck on the ceiling, right? And then pushing the illuminated bit, and it goes click. Happy days, done. And I thought, well, that wasn't too bad. There was quite a few wires coming out of this because I think it goes from one to the other and then to another, you see. But we all managed, and in one of those little twisty things, there were actually 4 wires in there, which I twisted. So I thought, you know what? I think I'll do the other. I'll do another one while I'm up here. So I took the bulb out and I went back downstairs and I turned the electric off. Upper floor lighting off. Okay. So I come back upstairs and I started taking it apart, unscrewing the thing, take that, what's that thing called, a rose or something like that on the ceiling, something like that, isn't it, eh? Took that off there, and there's the wires, and I started unscrewing them carefully. Even though the power's off, I don't really like to touch the metal parts of the wires, okay? It's just me. So I've got these wires off, and on this one, there's only one wire, so much easier. So all you've got is the red, the earth, and the black coming out of the ceiling. One of each, right? So there you go. All you've got to do is connect 2 wires to it from the new light. So I've got these bare wires out there, and then I've got my round plastic bit that you screw onto the ceiling first. And the back of my hand touched the black wire. Well, I got a shock, didn't I? I did a little yelp. Ow! I got a shock. I thought, how have I got a shock from that? The power's off. I don't understand that. And then, of course, I realised that particular light is worked from either upstairs or it's a 2-way switch. So, of course, it's on the downstairs lighting circuit. But I'm sure it was the black wire I touched and not the red one. But I did get a shock and I jumped back. Good job I wasn't up a very tall ladder, innit? I mean, you don't care. No one cares. I could be dead now. This could be a ghost presenting this show tonight, for all you know. Anyway, so I've had an electric shock today, which perhaps is why the show is so good. Now and again, I do feel we ought to be plugging ourselves in now and again, don't we? Huh? So one more to do. Wish me luck. This one's going in the downstairs hallway. But, of course, what I should have done is the same as the other light, and had a light bulb on, left a light bulb on, gone downstairs, turned the fuse box off, then come upstairs, and that light bulb would have been off. Then I would have known it was all right to work on. But I didn't. I'm sure it was the black wire I touched. I didn't know you could get a shock from a black wire. Did you? Strange, very strange and mysterious. Have you ever had an electric shock at all? Do let us know. Send us a message on the Reach on Air message system. You can text in if you want to, boys and girls. Text number coming out. TikTok or YouTube, all right?
You can send Chris a text message right now on 07451 287 337. 07451 287 337.
All right, my darlings. I'll tell you what, we're going to play a little record now. As always, gang, if you're on YouTube, you get different music to everyone else. All right, my darlings?
Reaching
Welcome back, boys and girls. If you're on YouTube, you missed that there. We were just playing Glenn Medeiros, and Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You, which is just a beautiful, beautiful song. Good evening to you, gang.
Chris Reardon, Tuesday night, reach on air.
We're going to Roy Brownlow in a moment. He's just waiting on the phone. Just give us a minute there, Roy. Just want to do some of these messages that kind people are sending through this evening. Shaggy's there. Thank you very much. Shaggy's made a little picture where he's stuck on Mark Bowles' head on what looks like Tom Daly's body, and that is a very pleasing sight. Thank you very much, Shaggy. Thank you very much. Good evening to Natalie J. She's in the HTV television area. Good morning, good evening, Natalie, to you. Shania's there, head of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight. Evening to you. Chris, DJ Chris Cross, Christopher Woodhouse, has not been here for ages, so do make him feel welcome. It's always a pleasure to see you here, Chris. He popped into the karaoke on Friday. We had a good time Friday night. Of course, he's doing it on Saturday night for you, and also for 4 dates in June. 2, 3, 9 and 10, I think he's doing. 2, 3, 9 and 10. All right. Chris says, your drawers are so loose. What, a waste of time. No one pulls them down anymore, Chris. It's terrible. No one's interested. Evening to Rebel Bert this evening. Mandy Davenport quite rightly states that no one likes loose drawers. You're absolutely right, Mandy. Nothing worse than pushing those bits of pieces down in the drawer and the bottom comes out. Cheap drawers. Don't buy cheap. You buy twice. Tommy, thank you. Wire Nut, they're called. They're very good, Tommy, aren't they? I've only just discovered them. I bought them ages ago, a couple of years ago, and I've only just started using them. And to be able to just push these wires in and do a little twist. The other thing with them, of course, is they're relatively small in comparison to like a little connector, right? And you can twist them and then push them into that hole in the ceiling, can't you? Fantastic little things. There we are. Good evening to Dave Moses, who's waiting for a punchline. Evening, David. No punchlines here. Chris says, you did say you wanted to go out with a bang. Well, I certainly got my electric shock this afternoon. Oh dear. I mean, I'm lucky, really. Some people die. It seems to me over the years, some people getting it and they're dead. Other people seem to keep being able to have them. I'm going to try a lightning strike next. I think I want to try a lightning strike. I'm going to go, when we got a lightning storm predicted, I'm going to go on the highest hill, which is over in Swinley Forest. Not far from it. It's about 25 minutes, half an hour's walk from me. I'll go up there, stand on there and put my hands up. That can be my next experience, a lightning strike. And the event will, of course, be covered live here at Reach On Air on YouTube and on TikTok. Okay? Tommy says, if only you knew an electrician, maybe a relative. They're too far away, mate. And how much would an electrician, down here in the south, we pay through the nose for stuff. If I had an electrician do those two lights, that would have been a minimum of 150 quid, 200 quid, you know. On the other hand, I wouldn't be dead. It's not too much of a bad thing, is it? Rebels out for a bite to eat. You enjoy your meal out there. Okay, right. Let's go to the phone. Roy's on the phone. Good evening, Roy. In Bath, I believe.
No, Chris. I'm out of the bath now, and I'm happy to report.
Oh, you're out of the bath.
I'm talking to you through my Alexa.
For you? Oh, are you really? Okay. Yeah, cool. It's good, isn't it?
So, yeah, I was listening to you through the Alexa while I was in the bath, but for some reason, Reach On Air, it kept stuttering. I don't know why.
That would be you. That would be you, yeah.
Cool.
I've had people say that before, and it's generally your internet connection if it's stuttering.
I'm on the fastest internet you can get, Christopher.
Well, it ain't working for you, is it?
Skyscape.
Oh, of Sky? Sky, it's not the fastest, dear.
No, not Sky. Not Sky.
Actually, you say
Not
that.
Sky.
You say that. Our friend, have you got something else on there? Can you turn it off? I keep hearing myself come back at me. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible. Can you use a phone?
Yeah, I will read back. Chris,
Yeah, please, if you would. I'll wait for you. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't quite work too well, does it? It sounds blooming terrible, that does. What was I just saying? Oh, yeah, DJ Chris, he was just telling me Virgin are now trialling 2 gig 2 gig speed, which of course for you gamers out there, I know we've got quite a few gamers watch the show. You know, it's really good. The faster the better for gamers, isn't it? But for someone like me, don't really need anything like that. Actually, I'm on 200 meg here. 200, which is actually 275 meg, 275 meg and 25 up. Up at the caravan, it's about 25 either way, which may not be enough to do all of what we do on a Tuesday. So incidentally, I'm up at the caravan next week, so no Tuesday night show. The morning show will still be on, but not the one on Tuesday. Okay, Rob Kershaw says that lightning video would be the one that makes you famous, Chris. The ratings will go through the roof. Yeah, and the lightning bolt as well, hopefully. Or not, hopefully. Cool. Some places get their houses hit, don't they? By lightning. Terrible. Terrible. All right. 07451287337 is the text number. You can call in as well. We have a phone-in number, boys and girls.
Call in now. 020-8144-3477.
Have you been electrocuted? We're not waiting all bleeding night for what's his name to ring back. I mean, how long does that... Isn't that annoying, right? Like, how many times does that happen to you? Someone says, let me call you back in a minute, and they don't call back. Or days pass. Days pass. Oh, here we go. So you managed to find your phone then?
Yeah, well, I was watching you on the phone, so I had to turn FB off, Facebook off, and then to call you.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough. Right, yes, DJ Chris, he was just telling us the other day, Virgin are now trialling a 2 gigabyte thing. 2 gig? What have you got?
It's fibre.
What have you got?
Well, I'm on, my mate runs is an IP server, and in about 2 weeks I have to go off BT and I go on to him, it's called Skyscope, and it will be 2 gig.
2 gig? Oh, that is fast, isn't it? Well, I don't know why stuttering. Perhaps you're doing strange things with your internet.
Chris, this is a funny thing. Since
Yes.
I'll give BT my notice, my internet's been a bit hit and miss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's strange. I'm not one to cast aspersions, but since I gave BT my notice, I actually supposed to move yesterday, but it's going to be the 24th now. I noticed my internet's been not as good as it was. I mean, the problem was, Chris, when I signed up with BT, it was £35 a month.
Oh, yeah. Go on.
Fastest package.
I know where this is going. Go on.
Unlimited. All that, this and all that. Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
And it's crept up to 59.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what happens, mate. They did that. Well, Virgin tried to do it to me. Each year I have to go for the same old bleeding rigmarole. So I've been paying £35 a month, and they wanted to put it up to 47. So I did. Yeah. So the thing is, you've got to do your own work first, right? We've just been cabled up round here by a company called City Fibre. So now I have a choice, right? And I looked at Zen Broadband, Zen I think it was called, and they were doing for £34, 500 meg each way. 500 down, 500 up, £34. I'm paying.
Within the next 2 years.
Shut up a minute. Let me finish, will you? So I'm paying £35 a month for 200 down and 25 up, right? So I rang them up, and funny way they do that now. The automated system that you go to when you get through to renewals or whatever it is, that immediately offers you £2.50 a month off. So that's 47. Yeah. You don't even have to talk to anyone. So you ignore that, then you go through to person number 1, who brings it down to like 42. No, I'm not paying you any more than 35. I can go elsewhere for a better service. And then you get right through to the end, and they're like, no, well, we can't do it any less than sort of 40. Okay, then I'll be leaving you. Thank you very much. Oh, well, just a minute, sir. Who is it with? Zen Media. So he looks it up, or whatever, Zen Broadband. Looks it all up. And then they say, okay, what if I put you back down to 35 for 18 months? Fine, thank you very much. But you have to go through that rigmarole every time, Roy.
Well, where's the customer? Chris, I've done my own mobile and that. Because where's the customer loyalty? I was with, silly enough, I had a phone, so obviously you pay more. I signed up with 3, £35 a month, 2 years I've been on it. 2 years I've been on it, £35 a month. Paid for unlimited internet because I thought I'd need it because my kids connect to it sometimes when we're out. When I last spoke to him, it's gone up now to 40. Something. I says, how much internet am I using a month? It says about 12 gig. So I pay for unlimited, but I'm only using 12 gig. So I pay for nothing. So anyway, I've gone with the company, and it's a good advertisement for anybody's listening. The company who are using the 3 network, and they're called Smarty.
Right, yeah.
Smarty. They're doing a deal at the moment for £10, and I put mine on it, I put my daughter's on it, my son's on it, £10 a month. You get 30 gig, unlimited calls, unlimited text, 30 gig data, but for the next year, they're giving you 60 gig of data.
Oh, that's not bad, is it?
So 60 gig of data. So, I mean, my son was on Tesco. He was getting 10 gig for £10.
You say you're... So are we talking about a 3 mobile phone here?
Yeah.
Was that SIM only, or are you paying for phone?
Yeah, it's month to month, so you can cancel. You only have to give a month's notice if you want to cancel.
I see.
Yeah,
I'm
month
on.
to month, no contract.
I'm on 3, all unlimited phones, text, and broadband, and internet. I only pay £20 a month for that. Why are you paying for? Why did yours go to 40?
Because my unlimited with 3 was £35 a month.
Yeah, I don't know why it was that, because I've got that what you've got, and it's 20. I think everyone's on a different blooming contract. You know that.
Yeah, Smarty are using. The funny thing is that Smarty, I said to 3, well, can you match it? Can you do £10 a month? She says, oh, we can give you for 21. I says, well, why can't you match it? Smarty are using your network. It's Smarty, but they're on the 3 network, so they're using the same network as 3, and 3 wouldn't match it. I said, hold a minute. I've been with you 12 years. Where's my customer loyalty?
There isn't any anymore, mate.
Yeah. I've been with you 12 years and, paid and had phones through you and paid through the nose and this, that, and other. So I've gone on this Smarty and I've put mine and my daughter and my son's on it as well. So,
you'll find with all these different organisations now, good evening to Listening to Books, hello to you. With all these organisations now, there is no customer loyalty. You stay with a customer, you're the one likely to be penalised each year, not someone new, because they're trying to attract them. They're trying to attract them. How many times have we come across £20 per month for the first year, in brackets, for new customers only, close brackets? It's a joke. So you have to keep moving.
It's the same with all of them, the gas, the electric, everything. I'm at war with moment with Scottish Gas. I left Scottish Gas because they couldn't put a smart meter in. I wanted a gas and electric smart meter.
Yeah.
They put the electric in, couldn't put the gas one in. So anyway, I left them. Now, Chris, I can't work this out. I've been on pay-as-you-go.
Yeah.
Always been on pay-as-you-go. Got a meter, top your card up, put it in. Pay-as-you-go. It's what it says.
No problem.
When I left them, I owed them £66 on the gas.
Well, how does that work if you're doing top up?
Well, they come out with some story about what we do is we assess it. We don't because of the changes in fluctuation in prices and VAT and this, that, and other. When you left us, we only estimated it because we only work it out every year or something and take the difference. So anyway, I paid him this. Well, we had an argument with the £66. So I thought, well, I'm not going to pay you. I'm going to be awkward. So I made a payment plan because while they were making the payment plan and it all going through, it went past the date. They put £10 on charge late payment fees.
Oh, it's outrageous, isn't it?
Well, I'm not paying that because I've already worked the plan out. Instead of that £10, I got a letter from a bailiff for £28, which was a £10 late payment fees and £18 bailiff fees.
Yeah, that'd be right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I said to the bailiff, no, I've already worked it anyway. It's either, and this is the joke of it all, Chris, is when I left them, fair enough, I've accepted I owe £66 on the gas. I got fed up arguing about it. They owe me £108.72 what I was in credit on my electric. Still haven't had it. I left them on March the 3rd and I still haven't had it.
Yeah, that's funny enough. I was having that conversation with someone earlier on in the gym changing room. When they want your money, it must be paid by this date, right? When they owe you money, we'll send it to you within 28 days. What's all that about?
Why? I left on the 3rd of March, still haven't had it. I said to him, take your £66 out of the 172, send me the difference. Can't do that.
Why does it take so long for a refund? I mean, the ones who are very good at refunding, I have to say, are Amazon. When you send something back, sometimes as soon as you've put it into the post office,
the tracking
they
fits it,
re-credit. They either re-credit your account. That's the quickest way to do it.
Right.
It can, and it's straight there. They're really good at doing it. But the amount of companies,
are bad.
it'll be with you in 14 days, 28 days, whatever, you know. But there you go.
Yeah, TikTok aren't bad as well. TikTok aren't bad if you're sort of like time TikTok, the seller just give you the money back. I bought some Lucozade through TikTok and it was a bit flat, and I said to the seller, "It's a bit flat." Don't know why it's a bit flat. Straight away, give me my money back.
You
Lucozade.
You bought stuff through TikTok.
Yeah, there's hundreds of shops on TikTok, hundreds.
Yeah, but
Oh, no, Chris, it's good stuff. Chris, it's good stuff. I've never had a problem. Yeah, I had one problem with some Chinese stuff. That was about all. And that was, they sent me some tarot cards and just no instructions, that was all. It was not nothing big. But I've bought loads, I buy loads through TikTok and never had a problem, mate. And it's always good stuff. It's people running businesses in their houses.
Do you need instructions with tarot cards then? I thought that was something you'd be trained for by a witch or something. There's a few on here, witches.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's a few of your listeners out there that, don't even need tarot cards, that are just in league with the devil.
I like that song from...
Probably that damn Woodhouse for one.
I like the song from Cliff Richard about tarot cards. Tarot doesn't live here anymore. Something like that, isn't it?
Before I go, Chris, I just noticed that you've got a warm-up act now.
A warm-up act?
Yeah, Cooking with Dan. Oh, he was a warm-up show before you came
was he
on.
doing a show this morning cooking? What's he cooking?
It had mushrooms in it, chicken,
Wow.
he put tomato puree in it, Worcester, I know all the ingredients, Worcester sauce, far too much salt, a bit of pepper, and I sent him a message, his mum was there, I says, "Are you trying to poison the old deer for you now?"
See if you can complete the following jingle. Are you ready? Cook, cookability.
That's the beauty of gas.
Well done, Roy. I knew you'd get that one. Thanks for the call, mate.
All right, mate.
Cheerio.
See you later.
There we are, our very own Roy Brownlow there, calling in from Bath. Not a Bath, from the area Bath, I think it was called there. I don't know. Gary Ross cancelled his broadband with Virgin Media. It went up from £27 a month to £52 for broadband only. Same here, Gary. I only have broadband. I don't pay for telly. I will not pay subscription for telly. I've got Netflix, but that's my mate's. I will not pay subscription for telly. See, we're a lot of us on this channel, we're all of the generation where telly was always free. We never paid for it. That being said, when Sky first came out, do you remember that? Do you remember when Sky first came out? And you had that long Amstrad set-top box, didn't you? With 16 buttons on it. All black it was. And you pushed the button once it was all set up. And I had a dish on the side of my flat in Wandsworth. We weren't allowed to do this. I just put it up. Right, I had a Sky dish, and then I had BSB as well. So I had 2 dishes on the side of my house. I thought this is great. Got all these channels coming in here. And I hardly ever watched it. And I think I kept it going for some years, to be honest. And then I can't remember what happened. Yeah, that was it. It was one. I must have had it for 3 or 4 years. Both of these. Actually, BSB didn't last very long. They didn't last a year. They went off. They were bought out by Sky, weren't they? So then both channels were the same. So I cancelled one subscription on there, and then eventually I worked out that I watched 3 films from Sky in a year. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I paying for Sky and not watching it at all? So I cancelled the lot. And ever since, and for weeks, if not months afterwards, Sky were constantly sending me emails. Was it emails? No, it wasn't letters. We didn't have emails. It was letters. Letters. This is around about 1989, 88 sometime. They kept sending letters. Please come back. Here's another deal. And I never, ever rejoined them. Never rejoined them. And I will not pay for subscription TV because we never had to pay for a subscription TV as kids, did we? Weird City says I won't pay for the BBC. Well, they're so left-wing, they fall off the end, they will. Mick Davenport, my Sky went up from £49 to £76, so I cancelled it after 14 years and got Netflix and Prime. Yeah. Netflix seems to be reasonable. That's not dear. Gary Ross has got a Fire Stick. Dave Moses now works in the BSB building they used to own. Fun fact, that's right, the Squarial. That was it, Dave. So are you near that bridge, the Marco Polo building? Is that where you work, Dave? Is that where you work? And Gary Ross says, that's right, Jason, you have to give a month's notice with Virgin. You're right with that one, actually. You're right. And Mick Davenport says, Mandy's been trying to pay our electric bill with E.ON since December, and they still haven't asked for it. We've tried several times to pay. Stupid, isn't it? Hello to Dan Woodhouse. Evening, Dan. Sorry, are you yawning? Evening to Jonesy as well. Evening, Jonesy. Are you yawning?
No, I'm just...
I just heard you yawn. How rude are you? And Roy Brownlow says, BSB robbed me of my fame. I filmed 6 episodes of a drama for it, and it never was shown as the firm went bust.
Dear, oh dear.
Anyway, what interesting facts have you got for us tonight, Daniel Woodhouse?
Well, it's going to be quite an historic day tomorrow.
Oh, right, okay. What's happening then? Is there something I've missed in the news?
No, it'll be my first dental appointment for XXXX years.
Oh, my God.
And so I'm going to 8:30 in the morning, so it's a nice early one
No,
for me.
may I say, very sensible that you're going that early, because if you haven't been there for so long, there's probably hours of work that they're going to have to do inside your mouth. Fillings and drillings, great big injections. No doubt I hope that you'll be seeing the hygienist as well to get rid of some of that yellow staining on your teeth, dear.
It's not the yellow staining, it's black.
Are you?
There's this black in.
Sorry, someone wants to know if this is Gordon Ramsay on the phone.
Oh, no.
Are you Gordon Ramsay?
No, and I will never, ever will be.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what he was meant to be?
Who?
Gordon Ramsay. He was never meant to be a chef.
What was he meant to be then?
He was meant to be a footballer.
Was he really?
Somehow he didn't get in as being a footballer, so he had to do the second best thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
As Mickey Flanagan would say, doing a woman's job.
Who's Mickey? I know that name, Mickey Flanagan. Who's he?
Yeah, he's this comedian who he despises TV chefs really, and
yeah, me too. I find it boring. Boring.
Yeah. Well, you like Graham Kerr though, didn't you?
Yeah, but I mean, how long ago was that?
Well, ages. He hasn't been seen on British television for 30 years. He seems to do all these shows in Australia or America.
He must be in his 90s. He's got to be in his 90s now, Graham Kerr.
Yeah, he was in his 80s the last
Yeah. Someone wants to know, have you got teeth like tombstones? My lovely Mark Bowles.
No, well, I wouldn't quite go that far, but no, it's the...
by the way, Mark, I'm very good keeping my teeth out of the way, just to let you know. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, it's the top right ones. It's not so much the teeth, it's the gums. I've had this pain in the
Oh, you got gingivitis, dear. You've not been flossing, have you? Very bad. Dirty, filthy teeth.
And
Speak.
they were saying paracetamol. I've overdosed on the paracetamol just to get rid of because there was so much pain up there.
Bad for the liver.
Oh, the liver.
Yes, paracetamol. All drugs are bad for your liver, my love. That poor old thing having a bang away, trying to keep you alive desperately. Oh, that does a lot of hard work, that does.
Yeah, I never really quite understood the liver, really. Not as much as the stomach, but we all know what that's good for.
Is that right?
Yeah, the stomach and those intestines getting all that food around me. And,
it's probably. I reckon. I reckon. I used the sort of problem that has got, a lot of food stuck in the intestine which won't come out. Do you think?
No, I mean all my food goes through fine because I actually, I ate enough corns, so they should be.
Do you?
Push it through. Yeah. But anyway, now listen. Changing the subject, after yesterday when we talked about the Facebook cloning.
Oh yes. You're a bit concerned as you've never been cloned.
No, because it's happening. It seems to be happening to everybody else. and I just thought maybe I must have been too good. I must have been too good. The
Well,
people must look.
Yeah, I mean, either that or just not interesting.
Yeah, could be that and all.
Could be
yeah.
that. I think
Yeah,
they tend to pick on international television and radio stars like myself, don't they? Rather than sort of bog standard, normal, uninteresting people like yourself.
Hang on. You've never been cloned.
I have been cloned, I beg your pardon.
When did this happen?
I've been cloned loads of times, I love you know.
Not recently.
The very fact that you didn't receive a friend message from my clonee, I think that says it all, dear. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, but anyway, tonight though, I'd like to, out the generosity of my heart, just guide you through the simple ways that you can get out of the scams and just know a bit about what they are.
All right. Can I just ask you to stand by a moment? Let me just do a couple of these messages. Otherwise, we fall way behind. I listened. Can you believe, Dan? I listened back on last week's show and I thought, you can do that a little bit better. So if I could just read these messages. Otherwise, what happens is that at the end of your call, there's all these messages that no longer relate to what we're talking about. And people get ever upset. They get upset here. Someone says here, you've got teeth like piano keys. Would you go along with that at all? No, hang on. Well, yeah, you could say that, actually. Because some of the older pianos, which use ivory on the keys, instead of white plastic, do go yellow like your teeth, don't they? Little bit of staining going on there.
I've seen a few ancient pianos around.
Yeah. George Bond wants to know, are you a science person? How many glasses do you have? Actually, I've got about 8 pairs here. The ones I have on for the show are the West ones. I've got another pair here in front of me, which are also prescription ones, but I think it's an old prescription, and I've got to get fairly close for them to make a difference. So they're not so good anymore. And I use these sometimes at the organ at church, and they're the wrong ones to use because I'm kind of squinting even with the glasses on. Thank you very much. Matt, I've put the phone number up there. Don't call in now. I can only do one phone call at a time, my darling, okay? So you'll have to wait till Dan has finished there. Gary Ross says, I love Danny's calls. Always a good crack from him and Chris. Oh, that's a nice thing to say, isn't it, there? Ah, lovely. Crack. It's an Irish thing. They say, yeah, that's a good crack. That's an Irish thing there, you know.
Yeah, thank God it was that.
Yeah.
CK, not P.
We got a message here from Glenda. She's got a question for you, Glenda, in the US of A. Good evening, Glenda. Oh, beautiful one. And Glenda wants to know, has Dan got a girlfriend yet? Maybe he will find one when he cleans his teeth. I can see this going a long way. I think you should pay the extra at the dentist and have them whitened. Or if you can't afford it, pop down to Ryman's, little bottle of Tipex. Just the job just as well, darling. Yeah, but don't close your mouth. You've got to keep your mouth open for about 20 minutes while the Tipex dries. It's the same, always make this mistake of writing on Tipex before it's dried. Don't do it. Destroys pens. And guess who else is listening to you tonight? Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. She's in a hot tub, chilling out with friends, with the wife, and she's got new clothes and a new summer stuff. When are you back up north again? Next week, actually, Rebecca.
I hope you're not wearing it in there.
I'm coming up there next week. Mark says, when Dan smiles, you look like a barcode. That's quite a good one, isn't it, Dan? You must admit. Are you laughing? I can't hear you laughing.
Barcode, is that a poem for dogs?
Yeah. Poem for dogs. Oh! Oh! Eh?
But best as in barcode, yeah. barcode, yeah.
Captain Colgate, that's what you need to see, mate. Captain Colgate, bum, 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 bum. Do you remember Captain Scarlet? I like that. Yeah.
Was that sci-fi?
No, it's puppets, isn't it?
The old Jerry Anderson.
Oh, yeah. We got a message in from Posh Twink Carl. I'm staying overnight tonight. Oh, he's pulled. He's staying overnight with someone tonight. God, they don't care, do they? I mean, I always like to at least know their names. Well, not always, but there we are. Anyway, carry on there. Over to you, Dan Woodhouse, while I have another mint.
What I've made of scamming. what I find is that there's really scammers that look for two things. One is obviously the people who've got plenty of money. The other thing is your behaviour.
And which one of those do you fit into there, Dan?
Well, I'm not talking about me. No,
Oh, right.
No, I don't do that.
Have you not
No,
been scammed?
Well, sometimes I've been near to the.
Oh,
becoming
tell
a
us.
victim. But
Tell
also
us.
I managed to get myself out of it quick.
How would they scam you, thinking that you got a lot of money? Do they wait for you at the benefits office or something like that?
Well, no, I think a girl tried it on with me about 10 years ago.
What do you mean she tried it on? Were you touched? You
No.
could have them in court for that. You get touched in a train. Weird thing is, it doesn't happen to me. You know, I go on train. Sometimes I spent days on this train. No one came near me.
Was it the Northern Line?
Can't remember.
No, never mind. So this girl tried it on me, and I managed to escape her.
Oh,
Actually having a
what were you,
row with
tied
her
up or what?
Well, she tried. She probably had about £230 out of me over the course of a year. And once she tried getting probably. I think she was on the verge of wanting to get more on me. And I had a row with her by phone in the post office. And I had to tell her, you got. Excuse me, I have, phone bill, council tax, and everything else, and all that to pay, and my money's not there to go to you, because that's,
Oh,
and then
damn.
after that, after that, she, maybe a couple of messages on Facebook, but after that, she just never bothered with me. After that,
Oh, Dan.
and
Listen,
the whole.
listen, Dan. You come on here. We have a little bit of a chat. We have a bit of a laugh. You know I'm taking the mick. You're taking the mick. You know that. When you tell me you sent this woman 200 odd quid, my heart drops. And I'm very, very sad that you've been taken for a ride. That's upset me, that
it was
has.
over the course of a year. It wasn't, it wasn't all.
Doesn't
all
matter,
of it.
mate. I don't care whether you give her £200 cash or 20 quid here, 20 quid there. It's 200 quid. And that's made me sad that you've been taken for a ride like that. And I'm really sorry that's happened to you. I don't like anything like that. Oh,
Yeah.
Dan.
But
So,
we.
How did she ask for the money? What did she say to
Oh
you?
well, I'll tell you one thing. And you might. I don't know. You might have. I don't know if you would have heard about this, because she was getting me to call the bingo in an old people's home, right? And
She was what?
night,
Sorry, she was
Yeah.
doing what?
getting me to call the bingo in an old folks home in Benfleet. And she,
What, you met this person, did you?
yeah, I think
Oh.
it was at a school fete before.
I
and
thought-
she was trying to get.
I thought this was an internet thing.
No, it wasn't the internet. No.
Okay, tell us the
Yeah.
story then. Tell us the story from the start now, will you?
Well, all right. So I met her at this school fete, and she kept talking to me in the canteen or something, and went on about she wanted to get me in on this because she knew I was in the had bingo to go for me, you see. And she tried to get me on this charity thing, which I did, and then she kept having me round her place. She was living with this, I don't know, stepmum and a stepbrother or something like that. And she kept having me do all this work, this charity thing. And I was never, like, seeing anything really very much done for it. And then she was getting these, like, charity football matches. And she was calling it Evo Pro or some stupid name like that. And she was having these charity football matches. And the idea is people pay about £20 a ticket. And they'd even meet these, well, she called them celebrities. I mean, celebrities. I mean, it was just the people off these reality shows.
Well, yeah, I mean, they are classed as celebrities. They're not stars. They're not
Yeah.
stars. If you've been on the telly, you're a celebrity. You know,
Yeah.
my sister and Martin, They're celebrities. They're in Benidorm at the moment. 3 times they've been recognised now. Never happens to me. Carry on.
Yeah, I think one of them was called DJ Talent or something. I
Right.
think he'd only been on Britain's Got Talent or the X Factor, I think, and didn't really get that far on it. But
Right.
I don't know. She then still ended up in going up his behind and all that.
Right.
But then as all this went on, I kept thinking to myself, is all this right? There was just something about it that did not seem right.
Right.
And after I had that row with her in the post office over the phone.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. Where is the money passing hands? You haven't mentioned the money yet. You said you were giving her money, 200 quid over the year or whatever.
Well, yeah, it was all for like things like, odd things that they need, like paper and tons of paper and stationery bits. But this is the one though that really got me right. Well, before we went just doing this bingo in Benfleet.
Yeah.
I went round the house, and then she said, "Oh, by the way, the venue where we're doing the bingo, they've asked for a £30 deposit before you can do the bingo." And
So
I thought,
hang on a minute. You're hosting the bingo for them, and you've got to
Yeah.
pay to do it.
Yeah, that was like what she was implying. Yeah.
Right.
And so she went, apparently, it's like standard thing. All performers have to do it, and all. Now, have you ever had to pay anywhere a deposit, Chris? before
What, to
you've
do
ever
my
done it?
karaoke? No, I'd be straight out the door, mate. Why would you pay to do the job?
Yeah. So it was. That's where it was.
And that's when the light came on, is it, in your head?
Yeah, more. Yeah. And
Well-
the strange thing was that when all this was over and all this died down, and I never saw any evidence or heard anything about Evo Pro at all mentioned on the internet or anything. It all seemed to go downhill. And then, a couple of years later, there's a place in Hornchurch called the Railway Hotel. It's a sort of pub and hotel. I did work in there about over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It was one of my first jobs. And I had to go there. There was this. We got a tip off. There was this school reunion. There was me and some other bloke I knew at school. We went there, right, to this school reunion, and I got there about a bit too early, I think.
Yeah.
And while I was waiting in the bar, all of a sudden somebody walks in the bar to start their shift, and who was it? This girl who started just scam me over this charity thing. And all
Oh,
that.
and what happened? What
And I
happened?
thought, she said hello and all that. I said, oh, hello, yeah, but didn't say very much.
Didn't ask for your money back then?
Oh, thought fat chance of that happening.
Yeah.
I thought I was laughing in my head, I think, because I know that job. You're just bartendering. That's what it's, and it's a bit of a dead end job. It's not. It doesn't really pay all that well. And I just thought like she's been reduced from what she thinking she's all up there, and now she's down there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The dead end job. I think a bar job. I mean, some people want to do it. In some countries, they are highly sought after jobs. In particular, Australia. It is a highly paid job in Australia. Barman, if you're good at it, you can earn a lot of money. In actual fact, if you're young and pretty, then you can earn a fair amount of tips over here doing a bar person's job. And also, it can be the stepping stone in perhaps entering into the world of clubs and bars. So it's not necessarily a dead-end job. And if a barman heard you say that, he'd probably be quite upset, actually.
Yeah, I think it depends really where you are.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Places, just ordinary pub, just to serve you a drink, there it is, that's it. You pay, that's it. But other bars, I suppose, you could have a bit of they could maybe have cocktails. You probably throw the cocktail shake in there.
Yeah.
Mind you, well.
Mark Bowles reckons it was the teeth that attracted her to you. Was it the teeth?
Ago?
Yeah, 10 years ago, yeah.
Well, they probably weren't actually all that different, really, I suppose. But
And,
not many people see much.
The lovely Mandy says the closest Daniel would get to a hot tub is a tin bath and a tin of baked beans. Do you remember those old tin baths I had? Where you gone?
Yeah.
Do you remember those? Now, Rebecca, she says the man on the phone sounds like a cat on a hot tin roof. If he was with the four of us ladies, he would lose his marbles. Do you think that would happen? Because Rebecca is at the moment in a hot tub with her girlfriend. I think that's an invite over, Dan. Your first female experience. Eh?
She's not local, is she?
No, she's up in Skeg.
Oh, in Skeggy.
Skeg, Vegas, yeah. Carl's with us. Evening to Posh Twink Carl. Are you on your date or what, Carl? Is your date watching and listening to the show as well this evening? Have you said, oh, this is my very good friend Chris Reardon, international celebrity, award-winning DJ, landlord, global broadcaster, environmental conservationist, fairy godmother, pilot, and your fairy godmother? Yeah, Posh Twink Carl, Dino. He is posh. Wait till you hear him talk. Yes. Matt, hang on, Matt. Oh, for God's sake, honestly, I took the phone number down for a couple of minutes. Someone straight up, oh, the phone number's gone. Well, I took it off. I put the PayPal thing in the vain hope that someone might send a tip, but it doesn't happen. Get your bloody credit card out, Matt, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Oh, dear, Dan. What are we going to do with you, eh, love?
Well, I think I better have another paracetamol or the ibuprofen.
I don't think you should do that. You have too many of those. They damage the inside of your liver, paracetamols.
Well, I didn't have...
People kill themselves with those. Well, actually, they don't. I don't think you do yourself a lot of damage, but I think you've got to take an awful lot of them to kill yourself. What happens with paracetamols, right, is that people take a box of them and think they're going to die. The problem for them then is, number one, they don't die, and number two, they damage their liver and kidneys, and they have to have them whipped out, and then you're on dialysis. Even worse than bleeding dying, I think, to be honest, sometimes.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping this will be the last lot I have to have before we...
Mark Bowles doesn't like to miss an opportunity. Please show Rebecca my picture. And does she see what she likes? I ain't sharing you with anyone, sunshine. Are you having a laugh? Male, female or dogs? You won't be shared with anyone, Mark, if you don't mind me saying so, love. How rude are you? Here I am, publicly showing my affection for you, and you're trying to chat up a girl? Are you for real? Outrageous. Anyway, I'm going to read some of these messages, Dan. Excellent phone call from you. Please do not be scammed by girls. If they're really full on at you, it's likely to be. If they're pretty, and I have it, believe me, over on my dating apps, I often have a picture will come in, but I'm wise to it, and they're really good looking and fit. And I look at the picture and I'm thinking, you wouldn't fancy me. And then I just know straight away. I've never been scammed like that. You're not the only one, though. I know there's an older man, and DJ Chris, don't mention his name, but he knows this person as well, who sends some woman money through the post in America. He transfers money to her. And we've all told him, no, she really likes me and all this. You know, people are taken in for this, so don't be disappointed with yourself that perhaps you might have been, but just be very wary. If there's someone really drop dead gorgeous and they send me a message, I know it's a scam automatically. That being said, maybe one of them does fancy me. I don't know.
Well, this is the thing, Chris. She was definitely not drop dead gorgeous.
Who?
No.
What, me? How rude are you? Oh, sorry, there.
The girl
Right.
in question.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to think that at the end of the day, really, I won at the end. In the end, you know, I might have lost £230,
But you walked away and didn't spend any more.
I like to think she's probably lost a lot more than, you know, and really, I've won it. Really.
Yeah. Well, you should. Perhaps next time she might want to lose some weight as well, eh?
Yeah, she was absolutely well. I think the name Gemma Collins was mentioned a few times.
Oh, all right, Dan. Thanks for calling in tonight. All right.
Thank
Great
you.
call. Thank you, Dan. Bye-bye now. Dan Woodhouse there for you boys and girls. Don't forget you can call in tonight.
Call in now. 020-8144-3477.
That's the call-in number there. Some more of your messages coming through on the show tonight. Oh, it's Posh Twink Carl calling in. Evening, Carl. How are you? All right. How are you? All right?
I'm good. How are you?
What are you doing? I thought you was out on a date tonight.
Yeah, I'm currently with him.
Pardon?
I'm currently with him.
Well, what are you doing sitting here watching this crap? Get on with your date and stop bothering us, please, if you don't mind. Have you been out tonight somewhere?
No, we had a nice prosecco and.
A Prosecco? Where did you go?
Oh, I got prosecco from home.
Oh, from home. I thought you were being out somewhere. Are you sitting there drinking bottles of Prosecco? Oh,
Yeah,
how
well,
cheap is that, honestly? Not a nice bottle of nice Rosé Lauren Perrier. That's what I'd have. Carl, what a tight... Don't give him anything else. That's all he's bought you. Tight-fisted old so-and-so that is. It's outrageous. Outrageous.
And we had a nice Filipino.
You've had a Filipino in there as well?
No.
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
We had a Filipino dish here.
Oh, right. What did you have? What's that consist of then, a Filipino dish? Is it an actual Filipino cut up and served with chips or something like that? Eh?
It's oxtail.
Oh, no, you're not eating dead animals, are you? Oh, no. I thought you was a vegetarian, dear. I'm very disappointed.
Well, this is a date, you see.
Oh, so it's all right to eat meat on your dates? So to
Yeah, well,
I don't think I want to go any further with that comment, actually. Pardon?
I can confirm he likes me.
Yes, I'm sure he does. Is that all you've had? Oxtails and stuff?
I'm right. Yeah,
Oh.
nice.
Okay. Dino says he's listening to your voice on the phone, and Dino says, I thought you said he was posh. Oh, gosh. So you're not actually doing anything tonight, you're just round the house, are you? I hope you're both fully clothed while you're talking to us on the phone. He hovers his finger over the dump button. Huh?
No comment.
I'm going. Bye. Outrageous. They're sitting there naked talking to me. I'm not having anything like that. Put his friend on, Dino says. He's probably poshing in him. Matt, do you want to call in now with your clean call? Dear me, how rude.
Call in now. 020-8144-3477.
Yeah, that's a number. Oh, I can hear myself. Matt. What are you doing? Get me off. Turn it off, dear.
Hang on.
Carl, not a clue. Oh, this is it's like having Ross Pats out. There's so much amateurism around tonight, except for me. What?
Yeah, sorry. Hang on.
Shade says, are you blushing? Yes, I am. Dear me. Are you the other half, are you, Shade? Are you the other half? Carl, what's going on here tonight?
Am I on or what?
Of course you're on, dear. Where else would you be?
Oh, well, I mean, it's been a bit of a weird hour, really, hasn't it?
What do you mean a weird... We're very busy here, dear. Very busy with phone calls. Very busy.
No, you should be on LBC.
No,
mate, I
thank
tell
you. You
All
jo-
these calls go-
When's the last time you listened to LBC?
I listen to LBC every night.
It's all politics, mate. It's all politics and race issues and gender benders and all this business on there. Now, there's nothing that's fun on there at all. It used to
years
be...
ago they used to talk about everything and everything. And
Yeah,
anything,
it's
but
not fun.
Nowadays,
It's not fun. If you want fun, and obviously I'm not on, then try talk radio. There's some quite good stuff on there. I particularly like.
Do you remember that guy that used to be on LBC called Christo? Is he?
Oh,
on it?
can't
Is he
bear
on,
him. Nope, can't stand him.
you don't
Can't
like
bear
it,
him.
no?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I can't stand his voice. I tell you what I like on LBC, same as Dino, Clive Ball. Clive Ball.
He's the best, isn't he?
Yeah, he is now. Yeah. Now that Steve Allen's gone, he's the best on there.
They put him on. Well, he may have chosen himself, but he's on the grave line
the graveyard slot now, and he 1 till 4.
No, I think what happened, he was ill. I'm not quite sure of the illness, so I won't guess it. I have a feeling I know what it is, but I wasn't sure. He was ill and he left. When he came back, he was given that slot. I think that's what happened. Because obviously when someone goes, someone else has to take the slot. So that was gone. That slot was gone to someone else. So that was good, you know.
But we always do miss old Steve Allen. He was the best, wasn't he?
Oh, Steve Allen was great in the mornings, yeah. But we're not quite sure what happened there. No one said anything. What I find very sad with that, you know, is someone can be doing a job for over 40 years, leaves, and is never spoken about again. That must be hurtful. Must be hurtful, mustn't it?
Yeah.
You know, Jonesy likes Ian. Jonesy likes Ian Lee. I must admit, I don't think Ian Lee's on the radio at the moment. Does he not have his own podcast show or something like that? Ian Lee gave up. He wasn't for me, actually, Jonesy. That doesn't mean he wasn't good. It just wasn't for me, that particular show there. Dino reckons everyone had a gagging order at LBC, so there we are. Oh, apparently this bloke Carl's with tonight is good at karaoke. His name is Shade. Is he a bit shady, is he? He's a bit shady. He must be as he goes downstairs. Sorry?
Is he Slim Shady?
Slim Shady. Well, the real Slim Shady, stand up. Stand up. Yeah, Dino says Ian Lee does have a podcast.
I do like the old... I don't really like the LBC anymore, but I do listen to them. Some of the presenters are very, very not worth listening to. I do like Nick Abbott still.
Okay, yeah, I'm not keen on him anymore, but go on.
We
were talking about scamming earlier. There's this girl who's just liked a load of my posts. Let's look her up. Yeah, that's always a bit dodgy. When you see a pretty girl and suddenly they go and like all your posts, I'm always a little bit dubious of those sort of people. What's her name?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I do get the regular, girl that wants to try and add me on Facebook, and I'm looking at her and thinking, hang on a minute, she lives in the United States, you know, I don't know her from Adam.
Yeah. And you get army blokes on there. They ain't army blokes. These are just people that have nicked someone else's picture. Kathy, that's it. Kathy Anderson. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, typical picture. Tight top, boobs hanging out over the top, finger in her mouth, lipstick. No, you're not real. They're not real people, mate.
Do they actually think we're interested in those people?
Well, exactly. They don't even check out whether you're gay or not, do they? And then when you look at the people who have decided to become their friends, they're all. I was going to use the word dirty then, but I'm not going to. They're all old men, old wrinkly men who she's. I nearly said something else.
And they actually, you know what, these people actually fall for it, don't they?
Oh, they do all the time. Yeah, all the time they do. But you know, it's just how it is, isn't it? Just how it is.
It is, yeah. I was going to say about your trip to... Did you say you're going to Shepherd's Bush in a couple of weeks?
Yeah. No, that's on Saturday. Hang on a minute. Tony Osborne says good old Chris Tarrant. Yes. Good presenter.
Yes.
Capital Radio. Yeah, great presenter.
I loved Chris Tarrant. He inspired me to be a DJ, really.
Oh, did he really? Okay.
Yeah, I loved him. I loved his humour.
Yeah.
I loved him in the morning. He was... You know, it's really, really comical, wasn't it? But when you look at all these DJs on Capital Radio 20 years ago, do you remember Pat Sharp, Mick Brown?
I worked with Mick Brown.
Dr. Fox.
Yeah. Doctor. His jingle. Doctor. It went like that, didn't he?
Yeah, he had the evening surgery, didn't he? Dr. Fox
happy days.
Evening surgery, yeah.
Dino Mrs. Tiswas. You remember Tiswas? That was Chris Tarrant, wasn't it?
I've watched videos of Tiswas, but I didn't really sort of grow up watching it.
Oh no, you're 45, so yeah, that would have been. You would have been too young for that. God, listen to us, Dino. You were 45, so you would have been too young for that. Oh my God, how old does that make you sound? Or me?
Who was your favourite radio DJ? I think it's Blackburn, isn't it?
Tony Blackburn. Don't need to think about that. Tony Blackburn. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still is. Swap Shop, actually, Dino. Yeah, that was the one I used to watch. Multicoloured Swap Shop with Noel Edmonds. And when we was on Scout Camp, we used to have this bloke called Ed Stupert on with Junior Choice. That was on Radio 2 on Saturday and Sunday mornings, that was.
Yeah.
Anyway, get on with it, dear.
Well, I don't know what I'm talking about now.
No, I don't know what you're talking about either. What did you ring in for? Would you like me to play a jingle while you're waiting? Just a moment, please.
Please.
I'll play a jingle while you're thinking about what you were talking about there. I can't find it. Here we go.
Reach on air.
Have you remembered yet? Terry Wogan was Jones's favourite. Thank you.
Yeah. Wogan was great. Radio 2, wasn't
Oh,
it? Yeah.
88 to 91 FM, Radio 2 from the BBC. Completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. Where's Ken Bruce? He's on Greatest Hits Radio. Ken Bruce.
Did you like Steve Wright?
Steve Wright, yes. Another excellent presenter. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you remembered what you've rung in about? Was it about our dinner last night?
Well, a little bit, but then obviously I wanted to branch off to other things because I thought I might save you from Dave Woodhouse, but obviously that didn't happen.
Oh, no, dear.
you
We
could-
don't cut people off when another call's come in. You have to wait your turn, my love. We're very, very busy here. People are queuing, dear. People are queuing.
Well, I think
George
it's a
Bonds, we can't play your jingle because that's suited to the morning show, George. Please feel free to contribute to the show. Continue.
No. But I'm glad you enjoyed last night. That was very nice, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
I was telling people right at the beginning of the show today that I went out for a meal with two people, Matt, who I haven't seen for 3 or 4 years since before pandemic, and he brought along Carl. Do you remember right at the beginning of the show there, who I haven't seen for 16 years, and he's doing so well. I mean, obviously, I didn't tell them what sort of money Carl's on, but he's on really good money, and he only cuts 2 haircutters a day.
Trouble is,
What's his,
He's,
2 people a day, innit? When I say
He's
he
like
cuts
me,
2
he don't-
people a day, I don't mean he stabs them. He cuts their hair.
he's like me. He doesn't save anything,
No, no.
you know. But that's how he lives his life. You know, he's got a good job and he's got a nice, very nice car that I went for a ride in yesterday.
Oh, it was a lovely car. A BMW. Is it an MK4? Was that what it was called?
Something like that.
And he
Heated
pushed
seats, heated seats and everything, dear.
heated seats. So how lovely to have a warm bottom.
It
How
really
lo-
was, yeah.
How wonderful. Did you push the button to make the roof come down and go up again?
Well,
Was it
well,
an
he said-
MK4?
I don't know what it is, to be honest, Chris, but he did say, do you want the roof down? And I thought, no, not really. It was a bit chilly yesterday.
Yeah.
But he put the heated seats on and it was lovely.
I'm just trying to
And a
find
hot-
a picture to see if that was the car. But
And a hot
all
cross-
these cars
and a
I'm
hot
looking...
cross bum, dear.
All these cars here, when I've typed in BMW MK4, and they all seem to be quite old with roofs, so maybe that wasn't it. But it's like a sports car, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't find one. Do you drive, do you?
I drive you mad, but that's about it.
Yeah. Go along. I mean,
No,
look,
I-
this phone call is marginally not as interesting, to be honest, as Dan Woodhouse's one. People are starting to fall asleep,
Oh,
love.
no, that is an insult.
Well, I'm sorry. I can only speak the truth, darling. You know, I'm still your friend, even though you're really boring on the phone. But I will still be your friend, darling.
Well, I mean, like yesterday when I walked in with Tall Carl, you didn't even recognise. You just wanted to kiss Tall Carl. That was it.
I didn't
And you
kiss
just-
him. I didn't kiss him, dear.
You gave him a peck on the cheek.
He never
and
had
it
a
was almost-
He had a hug. He had a hug.
It was almost like I wasn't there. You just thought, oh well.
Well, I just sort of noticed you at the corner.
Out.
I noticed you at the corner of my eye. Eventually, you know, and then you sat there and you said, you know, if I'd have made it for my dinner, for my birthday dinner, you were all going to pay for it. So when it came to the bill, I thought, oh, maybe they're going to pay for this. No, I still had to pay my 30 quid.
Well, you know, we're not that well off.
Now tell us,
I'm only a 2-night DJ. That doesn't really sort of do much these days, does it?
Where
really?
do you do your DJing then?
Well, I'm in the Market Tavern, which is Surrey Street, Croydon, if I can plug it.
Yeah, not that Market Tavern, Dino. This is a different one. Go on, where is it?
The Market Tavern, Surrey Street, Croydon. I do there every Friday. And then I'm in the bowling alley on a Saturday, Lewisham.
All right, yeah. Oh, is it safe there? Lewisham? Oh, you don't walk through there with a laptop?
Lewisham's better than Croydon these days.
Oh, well, I think they're both around about on the same line now, I would say.
Did you ever DJ at the what was that bar in Lewisham? Was it was it Stonewalls?
No.
Stonewalls.
Oh, it was a number, wasn't it? Lewisham 268 or something like that.
Yeah, it became 286.
286, that was it. No, but I did do the karaoke there on a Sunday night.
Because, dare we say it, Jason Prince used to do the karaoke there, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dino knows Surrey Street Market Tavern. He knows it. There you go. Dino said that there were 2 pubs in Lewisham. There were 2.
He might come and see me. Is he good looking?
Eh? Of course he's good looking. Of course he is. I only have good looking friends. As soon as you become ugly, that's it. You're out the door, mate. Bye. Send another one, please.
Are you cutting me off like James O'Brien?
Eh?
Are you cutting me off?
Why? Why would I? Why do you think I'm going to cut you off?
I thought you said bye.
No, bye.
Okay,
once someone's become ugly. Bye. Go away. Thank you.
So Dino lives in Croydon, does he?
Yeah, he lives in Croydon.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks ever so much for coming to Croydon yesterday. I know you despise the area.
Well, I mean, a little bit of a donation towards the petrol money wouldn't have gone amiss, to be honest. And he's not. Excuse me, Dino, you've upset him now. He is not in Croydon.
Oh, where is he?
Causden. I think it's Causden. Oh, is it Causden? Causden. Sorry, Dino, I've forgotten now. Is it Causden?
Oh, Causden.
I think it's Causden.
That's quite a nice.
And I've been to his place. Thank you very much. Whiteleaf. Huh? Whitliff.
Oh, you've been there, have you?
Is it Whitliff? Of course, I dropped him off. There was a job that was we thought we were going to be able to do, and then when we got there, the bloke had changed his mind. But it didn't matter. We got a free drink. And then I dropped Dino back at his very large mansion. Obviously, I cannot give the address out on here because you'll just be going around there with your little cup out asking for handouts, dear.
No, Chris, what I was going to say is when you go to the Shepherd's Bush place where you say you're going to go for this concert or whatever.
Yes.
It's literally right by the Belushas you used to work at. So where did you used to park when you used to do Belushas?
Is that where it is? No, I didn't do Belushas. I didn't do that Belushas in Shepherd's Bush. I did the one in Hammersmith. This thing is at the... Is it the O2 in... Is it the O2?
It's the Empire, isn't it?
Yes. No, hang on. I'll look it up. Let me see where it is now.
Right, yeah, it's right by the Belushas.
It's at the O2 Shepherd's Bush Empire. So is that the old BBC television theatre?
I've no idea.
Oh, so it's on Saturday. So park in there. I'll just go down the side street, shall I, or something?
Well, I don't know, because I was going to say, because I thought you used to DJ at the Shepherd's Bush Belushas.
Right.
And that would be only literally 2 minutes away from it.
No, I never worked there. There. So it's the old TV theatre. It's a theatre, isn't it, Dino? Not the centre. It's the theatre. And I'm looking at the map. I know exactly where it is. So I know where that is. So there's a lot of side roads down there. I'll imagine I can just park down there on a Saturday night. And then from there, I'm going straight up to the Luxury Waterside Media Centre, also known as the Caravan.
You're such a busy man, aren't you?
Very, very busy. Very, very busy. Got to go now. I'm so busy. Thank you very much for your call tonight, Matt.
Okay. Thank you, Chris.
Cheerio. Bye now. Bye.
Bye.
What an interesting call. Good evening to Andrew Keenan. Evening to you, sir. Welcome along to the show. Anyone else who wants to call nice and quickly, 0208 144 3477 is my number. Let's have that lovely jingle that cost me a fortune, shall we?
Call in now. 020 8144 3477.
Oh, I've got too much. I can't believe the time. 13 minutes to 11 already. I'm desperate for a cup of tea. And I shouldn't really. I've had 2 bags of crisps already. Do you know what I've got? I've got one of those put in the oven bread things, which I might put in my deep air fryer, whatever that thing's called, the Corsair. Incidentally, there's a special offer if you're after a deep air fryer, or whatever they're called, air fryer. Is it just an air fryer? If you're after an air fryer, they're doing a Corsair one at the moment on Amazon, which I think is 20% off, £89. It's the exact same model as I've got, and I'm very happy with mine, okay? Although I will say, all right for one person, once you start doing 2 lots of chips in it, not so good, okay? You'll need something a little bit bigger, I think, all right? Rob Kershaw says, do you remember when DAB first introduced and there was only one station called Core? Fresh hits for the UK. Alan Lake was a presenter on it. No, I don't remember that, Rob. Well, surely the BBC would have been the first on there, no? I imagine the BBC, was it, how did the DAB come out about? Because BBC Engineering were always sort of way ahead of the game, weren't they? I mean, we saw that off the iPlayer. The excellent iPlayer. I mean, the ITV player, which is got better, but I find it very slow on my telly. You know, you push ITV iPlayer and you're waiting and eventually it comes on and then the logo comes up, ITVX or whatever it says, and it just hangs around there forever. It's so slow, that thing. So, no, I don't know that one at all there, I'm afraid there. Let me just scroll up here, see what we got here. Even a doll would turn... Oh, sorry, talking to other people there. Mandy Davenport. Mandy says they do a nice line in Blow Up Dolls in Ann Summers. If you're interested, Daniel. Have you considered something like that, Dan? Let's have a look how much they are then. Hang on. Blow Up Doll and Summers. Let's have a little quick look there for you. Do you know we've only played one song tonight? I can't believe it. God, and it's too late for me to play 2. I'll get one more in now, and then we'll have the lovely Dave Squires for you. I think it's Dave Squires at 11 o'clock. Is it you, Dave? He'll be quietly sitting there on the side. If it isn't, let me have a quick look. Yes, Dave Squires is with you straight after the 11 o'clock news. Here we go. Blow Up Dolls. Instant inflatable perfect woman. £6.99. Blimey, that's cheap, isn't it? Oh, no, I think that's a little thing. No, that's wrong. Hang on, let's try. Where's the... Do I type in life size or something like that? Do you know, I can't find one. I can't... Oh, here we go. Inflatable woman, 5 foot. How much is that? £10.09. No, these are wrong. Oh, I know. I need to type in another word, which I will not say on this programme. Inflatable dolls... Ann Summers, right? Hang on a minute. Oh, that looks more like it. £47 there, £24. Oh, there's one where you just buy a head. That's interesting, isn't it? There's no body, just a head. £59 with big lips. Oh, it's all right if you like lips, I suppose. Dreamy brunette one, £39. Oh, £170. I wonder what that one does with realistic hands and feet. Yeah, Dan, have a little look on there for you, mate. See if there's anything that might interest you on there. Okay? Dino says Ann Summers is 100 yards from my house. There you go. Could you pop in there, Dino, see what they got available? He's eating sherbet Levens. He's going to see Fascinating Ada again soon. He saw that at the theatre the other day. Let me just scroll up here and see if I've missed anyone up. Is Shaden Carl still with us? Or are you too busy now? Shocking. What's going on in this programme today? Gary Ross says, a pot of jam would do, Danny. It's got the same feeling. Well, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Gary. Dear me. Mick says the £170 one might do the housework as well. Well, that would be a bonus, wouldn't it? You never have to do any homework or anything like that again. Do you know, I had so many little bits and pieces to talk about, but we've had some really decent. We've had decent phone calls tonight, haven't we? So that's. I'd rather have phone calls from you than refer and just me talking all the time. But we'll close the phone line now, just in case you're going to call in. A little bit too late now, my darlings. Otherwise, we won't fit in the song, and I'm determined to play at least. Well, to play at least one. Well, I always finish on the song anyway, as you well know. All right, my loves. I'm sure I saw someone ask earlier on, why don't I do a show on Wednesday nights anymore? I haven't cancelled it completely, to be honest, right? However, I'm just not feeling it at the moment. I seem to prefer doing a radio show rather than just a video show. That's one of the reasons, and I've kind of really got into this Tuesday night thing. The Wednesday one, I don't know. There's just not feeling it at the moment, so that's the reason for that. Okay. What was I going to tell you? Oh, car insurance, right? Last year, £369. This year, £500. And it's like £500 and 16 pence. You know, where's that 16 pence go for? 16 pence. I mean, that's a blooming jump, isn't it? Anyway, as always, and it was Roy Brownlow saying earlier, of course, you get nothing for loyalty, do you? So I was straight on one of the comparison sites, I think Go Compare in this case, and I was shocked to find that renewal fee of just over £500 is actually the cheapest one there. It's £500,000. There's no accidents, no points, no speeding, no going through red lights. I put a £500 excess on there, and it's still £500. Isn't it outrageous? I have looked around, Mike. I've looked around. I've done one comparison site so far, and the renewal fee from this particular one I'm with, well, I can't remember who it is now, I haven't got it written down, is actually the cheapest one out of the lot. Can you believe that? Anyway, shocking state of affairs. Right, I'm going to wrap up now. Thanks ever so much for your phone calls. Great phone calls tonight. Lovely messages coming through from all of you this evening. I'm much appreciated to that. We have Mr. Dave Squires, who's going to be straight after me at just after the 11 o'clock news. Okay, so the 11 o'clock news coming up at, strangely enough, 11 o'clock. And then Mr. Dave Squires probably singing along to some of the tunes, as he always does here at Reach On Air. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning, just after the 9 o'clock news, for our regular music and chat show. It's very upbeat, boys and girls. It'll wake you up in the morning. If you've never tried it, do please join us, because I have an awful lot of fun during that show. Every morning, I wake up 7:15, I go down the stairs, have my breakfast, come upstairs, get ready for the show, and we do it. And it's great. I really enjoy it. Mandy, thank you very much. Mandy's enjoyed the show tonight. So has DJ Chris, who's hosting the karaoke on Saturday night at Central Station this week. All right? And also, I'm not here next Tuesday night because I'll be up at the Caravan next week, all right? So no show from me next Tuesday night. Like to leave you with a lovely song which came out last year from Master of Stage and Music and all that business, Mr. Elton John, and the man with the dark glasses, Stevie Wonder. This is Finish Line.